My Crafties, it's Tree. I hope you're having a good and crafty day. It's Monday, so that means it is time for Let's Do Die Cutting Monday. This is a weekly open collab. It's co-hosted by myself and my dear friend Cathy over at Cathy's Creative Krafts and more. Hi, Cathy! So every week, especially Mondays, we get together, we share what we are die cutting, what we're using with our punches, our SVG files, fussy cutting, what else? I don't know, all kinds of things. Punches. So this is an SVG file. It's one I've been wanting to make for a very, 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 very long time. And it is called a, what is it called? Christmas ornament heart, 3D heart, I think. It's from the Silhouette Design Store, so of course everything that I am using today, if I have a link for it, I will. If I don't, I will at least list it so you know what I used. So let's get started. I'm going to do kind of a tutorial. You're going to get pieces to make two, one in a pink and one in a red. So let's see. I'm trying to grab it here. So there's red here and the gold, the red, the gold, and then I went ahead and put this vellum here that has a silver on it. Just put a little bit of glue around the perimeter, put it down. After, well, we'll go through the tutorial, but then you won't see so much of the glue with the vellum. So I chose the gold with that, and then for the pink I chose this holographic white. And they give you this piece here that will link into this to make the hanger. I'm not going to do that. You're getting the acetate piece, which I use is, what do I use? It's called Duralar. So let me grab all these up. All right, so I'm going to start here with this piece. I've started doing this and I thought, no, I'm going to do like a tutorial. So what I did was I went through and I just used my fingers to gently and get this to go a certain, kind of bend a little, it's my guess. And then I folded the edges in. I did glue this piece down and then I ripped it up and said, no, I'm going to do a tutorial. So here we go. I'm using Nuvo Deluxe adhesive and I like it a lot, so this is like forever away from me, so I'm not going to be gluing the way I should, but we're gonna do the best that we can, and hopefully it will turn out. This is my first time making this. I have not tested the waters or done a prototype. Normally I do, so hopefully we don't have any problems. All right, so this I decided is going to go inside here. I wanted to see something pretty as opposed to just plain white. My paper is not double-sided. I'm using a paper pad on this one from Recollections, I believe it is. It was like Sugarplums or something like that. Very popular one year when the sugar cookie, I think, came out from Prima. So we got that glued down, and then of course we're going to fold up these edges, and we're going to have the bottom piece, and this part here folds like this, and there's even this little tab, and I think that goes right in there, and then whatever you want. They had this little piece go in here for your hanger. I'm going to use a ribbon, so I will include this in with the other package. And for the one with the white holographic, the wider pieces, I have two of those because it's not long enough, so I just cut 2 strips, and you'll have to piece it together if you want to do that. You might be, well, my paper is not double-sided, so All right, so I'm gonna leave that down, and what they say is to take this edge here, and that's gonna start down here at the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and give some glue to that. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and glue it like this. So getting it along the edge. Like so. Now, of course, that looks ugly, but that's why I have, there's a liner piece that will go in the center there. So don't worry about that. We've got it all covered. Double-sided would have been the best, but I don't have a double-sided. I do, but I couldn't find it. We'll just say that. There was a double-sided paper that I wanted to use. I just couldn't find it. We all know how Tree's life is. I think that I was supposed to bend that, actually, so I'm going to peel that up and give it a crease all these right here. There is a score line. I do remember that. I did not put a score line on the strip that I glued to the inside. I just felt a little buckling there, so just be aware of that. Get your finger right in there when you go to fold it. It should be fine. Make sure it's well glued down. I think there's an area here that isn't glued down, but we're gonna just keep going with this because we started. All right, so we're gonna continue to glue all the way around. And there's my part that's buckling. What am I going to do with that? I'll look at it in a second, and maybe I'll glue it from the inside. Yeah, I'll just add some glue in here and in here. All right, now we're going to just keep gluing all the way around. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this off camera, and then I'll be right back. Okay, remember me saying this was my first time doing this, and we're probably going to run into some problems? Alright, so here's my first one. This one was supposed to start there with this point. Start with the point, and then when you get to the end, that glues to this point. So now we're going to do it backwards, but that's okay. We'll make it work, right? Okay, because I glued that the wrong way, I do have a white tab showing there. So what I'm going to do is take a little small piece of scrap gold and glue it on there. We can always make it work, guys, even if we make mistakes. Just going to cover that up. I guess it wouldn't have shown too much because these are going to fold over. But first we're going to take this and we're going to glue this inside. I went ahead and chose a scene. On yours I chose a house as well, and if you want to use it then you can, or you can use it as a template to add something else. And I went ahead and I decorated this with some snow and some Nouveau drops, as well as a star glitter there on top of the tree. So that just goes right inside here. Makes it look so much nicer. Finishes it off. And luckily I remembered to do all that decorating before I started filming. Okay, so this piece here belongs for yours. All right. So now the fun with the sequin mix, and I go ahead and powder the inside. I just do because I don't want a lot of static. It's not going to be 100% foolproof. I went ahead and I created a sequin mix. You know what? It's Christmas, so I'm going to grab some more. One of my favorite things to do is to grab these little clay bits I get from Hobby Lobby. I think this is 2 packs, and I just throw them in there. They are pastel colors. It just, they're different weights, so that makes it easier for them to shake better. So I'll put as much as I want in here, and I don't want to put too much because I want to see the scene. At the same time, I want it to actually shake. So take a little bit of that out. Okay, I'm going to go with that. And then what we're going to do is fold these tabs over. And then we'll glue the acetate, or in our case, we're using Duralar, which is pretty much the same thing as acetate. And I already have the heart part cut out. And I am going to go ahead and powder it on both sides because you never know which side I'm going to pick up and put in. The one thing I don't like about doing shakers with the acetate is when you put the acetate over the top, all the shaker sequins get all staticky and they end up wanting to cling to it instead of that. I see my cat, so I'm going to put her on the chair. Okay, so back to the glue. And you can do a couple of things. You can glue one side and then, or glue all the way around. I like to glue one side, one edge. Oh, you know what? Normally, I use my glossy accents. It works stronger with my acetate. I know at Tonic they use the Nouveau Deluxe adhesive for theirs, and they don't have any problem with it. It's just an old habit of mine to grab my glossy accents when I use acetate. So just gonna get some on here, get this started. Okay, that's just a glue spot. Just line it up. And I can see right here, this, I'm glad that I'm doing one ledge here as opposed to all of them because it's a little hard to work with. So I'm going to lift this up. And give it a pinch. Then I'm going to make sure it works. Okay, I did lose one sequin. So now I'm just going to go through and do all the edges, and I'll be right back. Okay, so there it is that way. Very ugly, but take the time to get it to lay down right, and then they have created this piece that will fit right over, cover all your imperfections. Look how pretty that's going to look. All right, so let me glue that down. I will use the glossy accents again, and I will be right back. Okay, so here it is, complete. Now I'm going to decorate this, and I will be back to show you my finished project. Okay, I'm back. So this is what it looks like without the glare. There we go. I made a little cluster using some pieces that I had in my little bin, and I put a little tiny diamond dot on there, and because I had the heart left over, and I started out making this cluster, and then I thought, well, that's going to cover up all the shaker, so I decided to make a little embellishment. I backed this with some white cardstock. Oh, look, it says some Timu on it. I'll wipe that out. And then, oh my gosh, or I'll add another layer. So I will send this in with your winnings. And speaking of winnings, my winner will pop up over here. So I want to thank everyone for their crafty love and support. And if you have not already, please like, subscribe, ring that bell, and leave a friendly comment below, because that's how you get entered into my giveaway. And congratulations, winner. And I will catch you in my next video. Until then, God bless you and yours. Bye for now.